I kept visualizing the victory. I really believed I could do it. Everything we trained for happened, and everything we worked on worked.
Beautiful. Beautiful. She's hurt. She's hurt.
Able to have that victory and make it all pay off is just, there's no feeling like it. I don't ever want to fight for money. I don't ever want to fight for fame. I'm fighting for passion. So let's get a fight going. It's that simple.
I'm undefeated for the past 2 years, and I've been taking every single person they put in front of me out.
Good elbows by Miesha. Towering down. Hammer fist.
Holly's a fantastic fighter. Being a multiple world champion in boxing and kickboxing, she's just a phenomenal striker. But I don't think she's as well-rounded as I am, and I don't think that she's as battle-tested as I am. And I know for sure she's never fought anyone like me.
Miesha's gonna be a different fighter than Ronda was. We're working on everything. She's a scrapper, she's a scrambler, she's unpredictable.
Beautiful.
She's not afraid to push the pace, and that makes her a very tough opponent.
I pose a big threat to her. She knows as well as I do that this is going to be a really big challenge for her. I had my eye broken in the first round with Sarah McMahon, and I still came back to win that fight. I've been dropped with head kicks and still come back to win fights. You have to literally put me away, or I'm coming back for you.
Whatever is the moment to capitalize on, I just want to capitalize on it.
That belt is symbolic of all that energy and all that passion and all that love and all that drive. Everything that I've done over the past decade has led to this moment, and I'm supposed to be the world champion.
Winning the belt, that's the best part. But I don't want to stop there. I want to be a reigning champion, and that's the goal.
Women's bantamweight champion, Miesha Tate, set to fight for the first time in over 7 months. Winner of 4 straight fights. And tonight, Joe, getting her second shot at UFC gold.
And this is an interesting fight stylistically. If you look at her fights with Sarah Kaufman, or excuse me, her fight with Jessica Ai and Sarah McMahon, the last 2 fights, in those fights, we saw real improvement from Miesha, real improvement in her striking and in her grappling. Particularly impressive was the Sarah McMahon fight, because Sarah McMahon is a very powerful wrestler, and Miesha out-scrambled her and had her on her back. Now, if she can get someone like Sarah McMahon on her back, could she get Holly on her back? And if she can, things can get very interesting.
Tonight's Prep Point brought to you by EA Sports UFC 2, which hits stores on March 15th with a mode for every fight fan to help you finish the fight in a big way. Pre-order your copy now at easports.com/UFC. What corresponds with the improvement of Miesha Tate, Joe, is her decision with her longtime boyfriend Brian Caraway to move here to Las Vegas and train here full-time.
Yes, and you see Robert Folis in her corner, who's just one of the unsung heroes of MMA trainers. Excellent, excellent trainer, and just a very wise man who knows so much about MMA. Jimmy Gifford, of course, excellent boxing coach with him right there. Miesha has to fight intelligently and cautiously on the feet. She has to be very careful in how she exchanges and how she enters into those exchanges, because Holly is a master counter striker. But once she can initiate clinches and scrambles, then things can get very interesting. She can learn from the Ronda fight, because Ronda fought reckless and aggressive and ferocious, and she got knocked out because of that. Miesha will not be fighting like that. She'll fight much more cautious and much more tactical.
She has proven to be one of the, if not the most durable female fighter in the world. The only fighter in UFC, Strikeforce, WEC, Pride history to suffer 3 knockdowns only to come back and finish her opponent. She did that against Julie Tetsi years ago. Miesha Tate. Champion, the preacher's daughter, Holm. For years was at the top of the pound-for-pound list in boxing. And now she is proven to be pound-for-pound the best bantamweight fighter in the world. 10-0 with the win over Ronda Rousey, pushing her to 3-0 and earning her the bantamweight belt.
Well, she has outstanding striking, Mike, both with her hands and with her feet. She's so good at hiding those kicks behind punches and knowing just when to throw them. Don't show them until you know they can land. And she's done that time and time again in her career outside the octagon. If you watch her highlight reels on YouTube, it's head kick after head kick. But her boxing is excellent too, and one of the reasons why it's so excellent is her footwork. Her agility and her movement are outstanding. She has probably the best footwork in all of women's MMA, along with the best striking. Her athleticism, her physical strength too, that's something you saw when she clinched up with Ronda Rousey. Absolutely. She wound up taking Ronda down. And when do you see that? She's a very physically strong person and an incredible athlete.
Mentally strong as well.
Battle tested.
Amen. The champion, Holm. Our tale of the tape for our co-headliner of the night, brought to you by Hardcore Henry. Critics are calling Hardcore Henry a revolutionary movie experience, only in theaters April 8th. 34-year-old champion, 29-year-old challenger. The champion has a 4-inch reach advantage. Once again, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is presented by Hardcore Henry on April 8th. Don't just see a movie, be part of one. Hardcore Henry in theaters April 8th. And now, this fight is 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 17 wins, 5 losses. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, presenting the challenger, the former Strikeforce Bantamweight champion and the #2 ranked Bantamweight contender in the world, Miesha Tate! And now introducing the champion, fighting Out of the red corner, a kickboxer holding an undefeated professional record, 10 wins, no losses. She stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weigh in at 134.5 pounds. Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world, Holly, the preacher's daughter, Holm. Every action begins. Our referee in charge, John McCarthy.
Miesha, Holly, we've been over the rules in the back. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. I want you to fight hard, but fight clean. If you want to touch gloves, touch them now. Good luck to both of you.
Big John McCarthy, our referee. Joe, there's a look and a feel to Holly Holm, which showcases that she owns the belt right now. A confident look, ready to defend for the first time against one of the toughest outs in women's MMA, Miesha Tate. Here we go! The champion in the dark trunks. She's the southpaw. The challenger, Miesha Tate, in the white trunks. Fight scheduled for 5-minute rounds.
A big factor in this fight are going to be the kicks. The distance and the kicks, because Holly wants to stay on the outside and throw those kicks because she doesn't want to clinch up with Miesha.
Yep.
And Miesha has to figure out how to get past them and whether or not Holly's going to throw them and if she can catch them and take her down with one.
Keeping her distance early. 7 wins by knockout, including the victory over Ronda Rousey for Holly Holm. Miesha Tate fighting in a 5-round battle for the 4th time in her career. 2 on Strikeforce, 1 here in the UFC against Ronda Rousey in this building in 2013.
And so far, Miesha fighting the way I would expect her to, cautious and intelligent, throwing some feints, and there's a nice side kick by Holly. It's one of the things that Holly will do that very few other girls will do. She throws a lot of front leg side kicks, likes to hop into it, keep you on the end of those feet.
Walked into the gym nearly 20 years ago.
Miesha caught the kick, and Holly shook it off.
Miesha connects.
Very nice, very nice.
Long time student of Mike Winkeljohn. Kickboxer, amazing boxer, dominant mixed martial artist. And physically as imposing as any female fighter in the world today.
When you're fighting someone and they charge at you, it's so much easier to hit them once you figure out their timing, you figure out the distance, than it is when you have to go after them. And she kind of pushed her back with that one.
And Miesha's been working her striking for a long time, Joe, with Jimmy Gifford.
She's also being very smart with it. And we saw this a lot in Anderson's prime, where when guys didn't chase after him and didn't charge after him, he had a harder time connecting. We saw in the Patrick Cote fight, for example. The Talis Leites fight was another example. Guys who didn't want to lead. And because they didn't want to lead, there was much less action. Because they're naturally counter-strikers. And I think in Holly's case, a lot of her success in the Ronda Rousey fight, the spectacular success, was the fact that she's such a good counter-striker.
She had said going into that fight, no one had punched Ronda hard enough to make her know she is in a fight. Holly did that, then got the head kick finish in the 2nd round. Ronda went into somewhat of a rage and played right into Holm's game plan, leaving Australia with the belt. Tate up the middle. Round 1. 3rd 5-round fight for Holm.
There's some redness on the right cheek, the left cheek of Miesha. Nice side kick to the body by Holm. I think it was from a right hook or possibly a jab by Holly.
Of course, her fight in the UFC scheduled for 5 ended 59 seconds into the 2nd round against Ronda Rousey. Holly pushing forward leading with that jab from the southpaw stance. Holly Holm's other 5-round fight years back in Legacy.
Almost managed that counter left.
Miesha looks comfortable.
She definitely does. She's well prepared and, like Holm, battle tested.
Absolutely. And she had her orbital bone smashed and came back and won the fight.
And that was against Sarah McMahon.
Yep.
Oh, high kick. Just barely got her hand up in time to block that one.
30 seconds on the clock here in round 1.
30 seconds.
15. A lot of mutual respect here early.
There's that side kick
Gotta be
again.
careful not to catch it like that.
Well, Holly's excellent at pushing off of it and then yanking it back. Very difficult to catch that kick.
Check out the corner of the champion, Greg Jackson.
Yeah, no.
Mike Winklejohn.
Wink. John said Miesha's trying to catch that high kick, so Tiger high. Advice. Yeah.
So just make sure after you're striking, you're exiting. Because when you commit force, she's not got a lot of technique. She's just bomb ball. Right five serve, and after your 5, you drop the right hand. After your 2, she wants to after your punch, she
Let's take a look at some of the action from the first. Here's a nice straight left by Holly. And there's a beautiful jab by Holly, and that was probably what caused the redness on the cheek of Miesha. And here's that side kick we were talking about.
Getting set for round 2. Miesha Tate, 17 career wins. Holly Holm, a perfect 10-0. Miesha looks to come out aggressively here in round 2.
But she's ramping it up here.
A lot of movement.
She's got to be careful of that counter left hand. Holly's got excellent timing with it if Miesha charges.
Miesha trying to show level changes here, Joe. And the potential of a takedown.
Well, she's doing a really good job of being unpredictable in her attacks and cautious. Ducked under that.
There it is.
She gets the takedown.
Right on cue.
Very nicely done by Miesha. She's got the neck of Holly Holm.
This is bad.
Inside control.
Miesha Tate, perfectly timed takedown.
Miesha actually stepped over and Holly captured her leg here in half guard. But she might not mind that, just to adjust and center her weight down on Holly. Nice elbow to the head here.
Holly trying to get back to full guard. She's got her neck out of trouble for now.
A lot of fighters like ground and pound in half guard because you can kind of clamp down on that one leg and control it. It was one of Randy Couture's favorite positions.
I knew you were going to say that, Joe.
Nice elbow from Miesha.
Old school Team Quest.
See, this is what we had talked about. If Miesha can get this to the ground, things can get very, very interesting. Good right hand by Miesha.
Holly Holm, Joe, first time she's been put on her back in a fight inside the octagon. Miesha trying to take full advantage. Robert Fowles.
Walk your foot out. There you go. There you go. Look for your cradle. Look for your cradle. You should go to the cradle. There it is.
Brian Caraway.
Now back to your underhook. Underhook.
Miesha's controlling her on the ground very well.
Outstanding job.
The way Holly's moving, she's very uncomfortable here, Mike. This is not a good position for her. Hard elbows by Miesha to the body. She's trapping Holly's right arm here.
Big opportunity right here, right now for Miesha Tate. Trying to muddy the waters at 135. Holly's trying to get to the cage to to wall walking. Look at Miesha wisely turns her around there.
Miesha is so smart, and she's been in this game for a long time, Mike. She's a real veteran.
Big round 2 for Miesha Tate.
Good pressure by Miesha, excellent control, and she's wearing Holly Holm out here. She's attacking that arm. Elbow by Miesha. Hard elbows by
Miesha Tate. The champion desperately trying to get up.
But she's not doing it correctly, Mike. I mean, she's not hip escaping, she's not active enough, and Miesha's controlling her and battering her with elbows.
Excellent and calculated.
Look at that control. Look at that control by Miesha. Look at, she's high on the back though. She's got to slide backwards. She's got good control now though with those underhooks. She's got to grab those wrists and scoot her hips down.
Holly fighting everything off.
Holly's got to be very careful here.
Miesha just put her hand over the mouth of Holm, disrupt the breathing.
This is a good thing if Holly can hold on to that arm. She needs 2-on-1. She let go of it. She's going to try to stand up, but she can't be reckless. Oh, Miesha's coming under the neck.
It in. Miesha Tate trying to finish. Can she get it? Can she submit the champion?
She's not on the chin, Mike. She's just across the face.
Wow.
But Holly's got to be careful. She tries to step up. She's exposing her neck.
Look at her lock it
Miesha's
down.
got it.
Miesha Tate.
Holly's defending. She's defending. She's peeling that arm off.
Look at Miesha trying to crank it down.
She's essentially choking her with one arm.
30 seconds.
Good defense by Holly. Oh, she's under the neck now.
Now she got the chin back there.
She tucks that chin down again. Holly is tough.
Holly trying to fight it off and get to round 3. Listen to this place.
Miesha's controlling her breathing here. Covering her mouth.
Holly's going to make it, Joe.
Miesha's on top of her still though, Mike. Wow, what a round for Miesha Tate.
We got ourselves a fight.
You know you can take her down now.
Nice big deep breath.
She's tired of stuff. You just ran her. She's never felt that like that.
Breathe.
Deep breath.
How you doing? Dominate. How's that doing? Hey, you're gonna choke. We call our best team right? 9-5, always make it in there, right? Slide lifts it up. I want to see no cup for her face and far out for the second business.
Let's take a look at the takedown by Miesha. She ducks under the punch. Perfect timing. Gets the trip. Maintains top position for the rest of the round. Nasty ground and pound. Came real close with a couple of chokes. It was a big, big round for Miesha Tate. Another factor, another thing to consider is how much did that drain Holly. Fighting her off, she had to use a lot of strength. You can see her technique's not that sharp on her defense from the ground.
And an argument could be made for a potential 10-8 score in that second round, advantage Miesha Tate. The champion showed the heart of a champion fighting through those submission attempts.
And she's going to be real cautious throwing that left hand again because Miesha had excellent timing, tucking under it perfectly.
Just as we had talked about, Miesha's utilization of changing levels so well.
And Miesha will attack and try to take her down with a bunch of different strategies, as opposed to Ronda, who almost always goes with upper body clinches.
And Joe, we didn't see one dominant fighter in the first 5 minutes, but what if Miesha got round 1 as well? Then Holly needs to turn it up and turn it on right here, right now.
See, now because Miesha's not charging after, you see Holly's throwing those punches short. She doesn't want to overextend and commit now because she's worried about being taken down. And even if Miesha comes forward, she's got to really make sure she hits her, because if Miesha ducks under again, there's a nice head kick there by Holly. Miesha's got to look out for those, of course.
What is going through the mind of Ronda Rousey right now? Holly does not want to fight on the canvas again with Miesha.
Miesha's got to be careful of that straight left. She's walking towards her right, which puts her in line of not just the straight left, but the high kick as well.
Now fighting out of Las Vegas, Miesha Tate. A lot of support here tonight. Wow, what if?
Free to go.
Then we'd have Holly, Miesha, and Ronda. But a lot of time remains in this fight. A lot of time.
And again, Miesha's fighting nice and cautious here.
Absolutely.
There it is. There's a clinch. Hits her with an uppercut, though.
Mark that right there down, Joe. That could be a pivotal move and a pivotal stuffing of the takedown for Holly. Midway point of the third round. Midway point of this championship fight. Holly with the kick.
She blocked it. She went for a hook kick there. Mixing it up.
Second chance to win a UFC title for Miesha Tate.
Now, in rounds like this, the end of the rounds get very interesting because right now we're in the middle of a fairly uneventful round. Both fighters being kind of cautious, but a big move, anything. Yeah, here you hear coach. Here she comes. Here's that level change. They're anticipating it.
Miesha has fought Ronda twice. Submitted in the first in Strikeforce. And the first fighter to make it out of the first round with Ronda back at UFC 168. Holly Holm, the first to beat her.
That oblique kick that Holly likes to throw to the thigh could be a big factor in this fight if she continues to land it.
Her teammate John Jones is pretty good at it too.
Well, that's a Winklejohn special.
Yeah.
It's an excellent kick, and it's one that is very controversial. A lot of people think that it should be outlawed because it hyperextends the knee and it can destroy your knee. And that, you know, if you get in a knee bar, you have the option of tapping. But if someone kicks your knee out, then other people say it's an effective mixed martial arts technique and it should stand. Well, they're exchanging here. There's that nice side kick.
John always uses it to keep his opponents at distance, utilizing that 84.5-inch reach.
That, and it devastates your leg. I mean, it's a really damaging kick.
Certainly mentally makes you not want to get inside.
There's a shot, stuffed. 2 stuffs so far.
15 seconds left in the third. This one on the feet.
Wow. Very interesting fight.
Amen. Winklejohn and Jackson.
Work on getting that air back for me. I'm gonna get it. Take 2 more when you know that one, all right? 2 more big breaths. 2 more big breaths. 1 more. Okay, her legs get hurt when you stomping on it there. The distraction's working really well. I want a really hard one in there sometime hurt her. She's having a hard time with it already. The 9-5 is always working.
I want you not to chase, but throw that hard right and commit to your shot.
Hey, when you get in that exchange, that's when the level changes. She's running, cut her off. Let's get a little more aggressive feint again. When she starts throwing, that's when we're going to make that level change. I need you to get down to your knees when you do it.
Gotta be a feint,
Robert Paulus, Brian Caraway.
Get me good changes.
Championship rounds.
Winklejohn calling for that oblique kick, saying to stomp that thigh. Throw some hard ones in there. She doesn't like it.
Miesha Tate went to round 4 when she defeated Merles Conan years ago to become the Strikeforce champ. Holly Holm went into the 5th and final round in April of 2014 against Juliana Werner when she won the belt with just 150 on the clock by TKO. So both women have been in this situation before, Joe, deep in a championship fight.
Good distance so far by Miesha Tate, moving out of the way of the kicks in this round, landing a couple jabs of her own.
Miesha won the first 2 rounds in her UFC debut against Kat Zingano, got caught in the 3rd, then fought Ronda. Since that point, she's been perfect. Out-grappling the Olympic silver medalist Sarah McMahon at UFC 183.
She got the leg. Holly stuffed it.
Nicely done.
Let's see if Miesha can keep the clinch. Nope, Holly turns her around. Miesha might even consider pulling guard, Mike.
Great championship matchup here at UFC 196, our co-headliner.
Interesting to see if Holly tries to disengage here or if she continues to stay here.
Oh, there's your answer.
Good unpredictable movement by Miesha.
Yes.
Doing a real good job of varying it.
Jimmy Gifford 101 there. Hands out, trying to keep the distance all the time. Holly not able to put together many combinations at all.
And that's what we alluded to, the difference between someone charging at her and someone who's fighting cautiously and is forcing Holm to lead.
The difference is, this isn't boxing, it isn't kickboxing. So if Holly gets too close, Miesha has another opportunity to put her on her back.
And she knows that Miesha is good at it.
Absolutely. She reminded the world in round 2. Midway point of round 4.
The problem is, for Miesha, if the fight keeps standing like this, all Holly has to do is keep landing those side kicks to the body, land a few punches like that, and she can squeak by each round and retain the title.
Significant strikes, almost dead even, Joe. Higher volume for Miesha, that was with the ground and pound. Jimmy Gifford saying, get inside, let's go, let's go. Great footwork by Miesha tonight.
And Holly as well. Did a good job of avoiding Miesha's attack here. Nice and light on her feet. There's a shot deep.
Stopped.
Let's see if she pulls guard. She's trying hard to hold on.
Holly pressing down the head of Miesha.
And Miesha does not have control of Holly's body right
by
here.
Holly. They're back up. Great stuff by Holly Holm.
Excellent.
She has stuffed 6 of Miesha's 7 takedown attempts. But man, did Miesha do a ton of work and a ton of damage when she did put Holly on her back for the first time in her UFC career. Good combination there by the champ.
Yeah, she's being very effective with these strikes as she moves away.
Saw graphically what I was just talking about with the takedown defense, turns the corner. She did that to Ronda.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice combination by Holly.
That's Holly Holm right there, 15 seconds.
Miesha's got to take her head off that center line, and she's got to figure out a way to time one of those punches. And oh, she went to duck in. She caught that right in the breadbasket.
Holly was ready to fire away as 4 rounds are now in the books.
Now you see that front kick to the neck And here's a nice combination by Holly Holm. Particularly effective was that right jab.
You do some more shots, but you're not rocking something new. You did it a couple times. You got in right round. You never did yes. You're looking good. You just need to set up with your punches, right? When I said get after it, I was yelled. You got your head down and you started aggressive. You need to get hard ass aggressive. You're only going to get the takedown, but she's doing so patient now. All of her punches are trying to catch a blow.
Whenever you end up in stance, your jab's working, cross is working, and it's working, right? So stand 10-9, 9-5, pocket outside is money. No deep, beautiful. They just gotta get deeper. That's all. As long as your stance gets
You know, an interesting possibility, Mike, that you brought up was what if that round was a 10-8 round?
Yep. Be staring a draw.
We've seen crazier things.
We have indeed.
It's fifth and final round. Fifth and final round. Go after it. All the way back. All the way back. You ready? Here we go.
5 minutes remain. Fifth and final round. Holm, the southpaw. In the dark trunks, Miesha Tate, the number 2 contender in this weight class in the white. A potential 10-8 looming. And Holly trying to score some points like she did, especially at the end of that 4th round, Joe, putting together some combinations.
And there was that nice oblique kick.
Nice
good kick to the body there by Miesha.
An abundance of different storylines with this fight right here. That was a nice
side kick to the body. She really does that well. Pushes you off her as well.
Holly knocked out Ronda. A rematch could be the biggest fight in UFC history. Miesha looking to muddy the waters big time here. Under 4 on the clock. Miesha has fought Ronda twice.
Miesha's getting very aggressive in her takedown attempts here, Mike.
I mean, if she could land a takedown here in the 5th and final round, Joe, wow. 3.5. Don't forget, UFC fans, let your voice be heard. Tell us who you think is winning each fight by following at UFC on Twitter. Tell us right now. They clinch, Holly turns her around. It's a nice job by the champion.
And again, Miesha could seriously consider pulling guard here. Well, she's got her hands clasped together. This is good.
And Holly is so physically strong.
She really is, Mike. She's a great athlete.
Now the champion, Holly.
Nice. Miesha caught her with the push kick there.
Biggest fight halfway Miesha's career.
Final round. Here we are. There's that side kick again. Boy, Miesha very, very aggressive in these takedown attempts, but Holly's capitalizing on that.
The most important fight of Holly Holm's career. Both women about 2 minutes away from going the distance for the first time in a championship.
There it is.
Holly's trying to get right back up. She needs to. Miesha hanging on. Holly walking over towards the cage.
Oh, this is a dogfight. Miesha's got her back.
Holly stands up. She's got to be careful.
Miesha's got her neck.
Miesha looking to lock it in. Miesha looking to choke her out. Wow!
She's got her back. Still has it. She's tapping. She's tapping.
It is all over.
Miesha
Tate is the new UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion.
My God! She put her to sleep.
Oh my.
That is what champions are made of. She knew she had to get her down. She went for it. She got it. She capitalized on that opening. She sunk in the choke and put Holly Holm to sleep. Wow.
Fight replay brought to you by Bud Light. Raise one to right now.
Wow. Incredible. Look at this. She drags her down. Holly's desperately trying to get up. She hangs on. Drags her to the ground again. This time climbs up on the back. Sinks that hook in. Gets that arm underneath the chin. Holly tries to stand up. When she stands up, Miesha sinks that rear naked in. Clamps down on her bicep. With everything she had left, Holly tries to flip her over. Miesha hangs on, rolls with her, takes her back. Let's watch that again. She sinks it in. She's got the forearm behind the neck. And Holly tries to flip her over, but Miesha hangs in there. Gets both hooks in and clamps down on that choke. And Holly Holm goes to sleep. And we have a new women's bantamweight champion of the world.
Miesha Tate. In her 23rd professional fight, wins by rear naked choke for the very first time. Second shot at UFC Gold, successful for the new champion. Congratulations, Miesha Tate. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee John McCarthy has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 30 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by submission due to a rear naked choke and new undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world, Miesha Cupcake Tate.
I am here with the new women's bantamweight champion of the world, Miesha Tate. How does that sound?
I waited so long to hear you say that, Joe.
It's been such a journey for you. Give me your thoughts on the fight. Was there anything that was unexpected about it?
I feel like we had a great game plan. You know, I had to be patient. I had to push into those rounds. Obviously, she's very dangerous. She's capable of catching anyone at any moment. So I knew I had to play it patient and find the perfect moment. You know, she's a very calculated fighter. And it's obviously a very emotional moment for me.
You had amazing success in the second. When you took her down, you dominated her from the top. But then she went those other 2 rounds after that, stifling your takedown attempts. What were your thoughts going into that 5th and final round?
I knew I had to finish the fight. You know, I had to find that perfect time. I had to be perfect in the 5th round. You know, I was, like I said, patient in those other rounds, and it's like she edged me out in those, you know, few of those rounds, if not 3. So I knew the 5th round was important.
It was about 2 minutes to go, and look up at the big screen, and I want you to enjoy this, because you earned this. You went for this. This was not an easy takedown, and she tried, desperate to defend it. You scrambled behind her. She tried to stand up. You dragged her down. I mean, this is touch and go right here. You were holding on as much as you could, but when she tried to flip you over, this is really where it all came together for you. You were holding on to that neck. You sunk it in, and she tries to shake you off. And give me your thoughts. What was going through your mind right here?
I thought I had to be like a pit bull on a bone. I couldn't let go of it. She wasn't getting out of that one.
And she tried not to. She tried not to tap.
She's got a lot of heart. I mean, not many people wouldn't tap out. She went out like a champion. I have so much respect for this woman. And I just thank her so much for stepping in here tonight and giving me everything she had.
Miesha, you fought a gutsy, intelligent, strategic fight. And when you had to do it, you went for it. Congratulations. You are the new bantamweight champion of the world. Miesha Tate, ladies and gentlemen.
Miesha Tate, the 3rd UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion.